All right. Good evening, everyone. I am not Scorpion Max. That's what it says there. Um, this is Jay Cooper, and I'm here with Scorpion Max, and we're bringing you another Zelda 2 randomizer tournament race here tonight between ShinerCCC and RaikouRider. I expect this to be a close, fun race. So, why don't you say hi, Max, and give us your thoughts on the race?
Yeah, I think that's going to be an interesting match as well. This is a 1-1 match, right?
This is a 1-1 match, yes.
Right.
Shiner had his only loss to me in a really fast seed that I PB'd in, and then he beat Cool in the Gank in a really close race. RaikouRider, in his first race, he beat Tristal, and then he lost to Kulane.
Kool-Aid,
Certainly no shame in losing to Kulane. So yeah, I think these are both potentially pretty capable racers here. I take interest in this race because I've raced both of these guys in Zelda 2 randomizer tournaments before.
I think the race is about to begin.
Yeah, I raced Shiner this time, and I raced Raikou, last year's tournament. And the race is starting, I guess. Here we go. Uh-oh. Diverging paths already. Raikou's going right and Shiner's going left. Left is, of course, 1 frame faster. You got a Palace at start. Palace 1. Shiner's going right in. Not even hesitating.
I mean, Palace 1 is the only one you can really think of going right into, right?
Well, I don't know. That kind of depends. Depends on your strategy. It's possible with these flags that you could beat pretty much any Palace going in. Oh, I mean, except for, of course, like P4.
Right.
Because you need to get Reflect. Whew. If he gets through this blue iron knuckle, I would be very impressed.
Yeah, I think he might just turn around and go right. Yeah, that's what I would have done as well.
Always nice to see the tin suits giving a little bit of experience, even if it's only 3. That's still better than nothing. Ooh, 20 from those big bags though.
And meanwhile, Raikou just went through a cave. I think that was a connection cave.
Already getting his first spell. I'm usually of the mindset that Raikou's using here, doing exploration before going into a palace, so that you can you're better equipped to handle it. See, Raikou's already got a jump here, and then he's going to be able to get down stab.
Yeah, that jump early is slightly not a required spell, but getting it really early on the West Continent is really good, because as you mentioned, you can then get a really early down stab.
Yeah, well, as I was saying that, we see Raikou go into E3. Where did he get that key? Did he pick up the magic key? He did pick up the magic key. Okay, I missed that.
Okay, so what I thought might be a connection cave was probably Heart Container Cave then.
Oh, yeah. I guess you can tell the difference between the Heart Container Cave and the Fairy Cave. Well, first of all, because there's a ton of enemies there. Though I guess if he was leaving to the left with no enemies, maybe you wouldn't see it, but you would have seen the drop that you see after that. So, yeah. I gotta pay better attention to both streams at the same time. Shiner does get an early attack level here, which is great. He's going to pick up a key at the end of this corridor.
And Raikou deciding to leave Palace Tree. I didn't see if it was Glove Blood, just realized he still had so much of the overworld to explore that it wasn't worth it right now. He's gonna find Palace 1 now.
I think going into Palace 3 or 6 without the glove is kind of one of those last case scenarios you wanna deal with in general.
Yep, I agree. Well, since he has Magic Key, he's gonna dive into Palace 1 as well and should have an easier time. But he did not try to find downstab, so the blue-eye keys are still gonna be pretty painful for him as well.
Yeah. I mean, even with downstab, you got the attack 1 in life 2. That's not particularly appealing for fighting Blue Iron Knuckles. But Shiner is giving it another go at this Blue Iron Knuckle, and he's almost to the elevator, so...
Yeah, he's probably gonna get it this time. Gonna pick up the ferry. And Raikou's gonna do what Shiner did at first and just turn around and go right instead of left after seeing that IK, but it's eventually gonna come up to the same dead end.
Yeah. Shiner, of course, does not have the magic keys, so he's looking for these keys at every dead end. Oh my goodness.
3, I think, blue IKs so far in this P1.
Wow. That is an impressive little fight there from Shiner. You take on a Blue Iron Knuckle at attack 2. I don't care if he's in that corner and you know the technique really well. Like, jeez, that's really something.
Did you see how much experience the blue IK was worth?
I think it's 100.
Oh.
So we've seen worse, but that's certainly nothing too fantastic.
Shiner gonna go left here. This should be the item because we've already seen a lot of rooms in this palace, or maybe one room left and then the item, but it should be
I think we have the bridge room. Oh, this isn't the item room. He's gonna not have enough keys here, unless the bridge room is next.
That's the item room. So.
Raikou has found the bridge room.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
then maybe Shiner still has an extra key. Yeah.
Oh, he does have an extra key. Oh, good news for him, but it's just a magic container. He's not gonna decline that, is he? You can't pass up a magic container.
Especially not your first one.
What is he doing?
That's a good question.
Is he just giving up because maybe he wants to farm up this level first on these the bonefish? Maybe he's gonna try to beat Horsehead first, I guess. I don't think.
I don't know either. Maybe yeah, he wants to get his life 4, so he gets life refill and then go to IK.
Raikou took attack 2, and then he opted to up an A out of the palace. Maybe he's gonna come back once he finds downstab. So he's gonna have to take a magic level here in order to use jump though. Jump is still 71 at magic 1.
Alright, so yeah, he's gonna either have to take magic level and hope that it clears it, or he's gonna have to find a magic container.
I wonder what Shiner is gonna do with his experience here. Or is he just... No, he had a key.
Yeah. He's going back for the item now.
Right, but he didn't cash the gem. Yeah, I don't know.
Raikou found the grass tile.
Oh, no, he's still got 2 lives left. He's in good shape.
Oh, alright.
He's just doing... he always says that, you know, he does way too much farming. And he's clearly doing that here. But, at least he's gonna come out of here probably with, I don't know, at least attack 3, maybe attack 4.
Did we see what was on the grass tile? Well, it looked like Raikou got the grass tile and just left it going left instead of right. Or maybe I missed something, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm sure chat can point out the grass tile. Someone must have seen it.
And then you went into Magic Cave and found 500 points.
Oh, grass tile was a magic container.
Oh, right. He has 5 now, so he can cast jump if he does find Mido.
Right, so, okay. Well, that's interesting news. He doesn't actually need to take a magic level now if he doesn't want to. Is Shiner just gonna go place this gem now?
No, that's he grinded for attack 3 and then grinded an extra 200 experience, but then decided to go place the gem anyway.
Yeah. Alright, let's see if he goes back for that magic container now. While Raikou gets his second free spell. Shiner takes life 4. And Raikou gets the life spell.
I think it was castable. I'm not sure. I saw 64, but it might have been 84 as well. And yeah, Shiner going back for the item. So when he does find jump, he's also going to be able to get down stab with this magic container.
Alright. So Raikou's gonna go get his down stab here. I don't believe he's got the medicine yet. There we go. That's the update I expected to see from Shiner there.
Yeah, that was a good idea, because he's already placed a gem. So now he's gonna finally do a bit of overworld exploration. But however, since Raikou also decided to step in for a while in Palaces 3 and 1, but not actually finding anything, it's possible Shiner is in a slight lead right now because he has completed 1 and is barely behind on overworld exploration.
Yeah, I don't know, it's an interesting call. Raikou does have down stab, and he does have a lot of things covered, so it's going to be a while before we really have a sense of who's leading here.
Oh yeah, definitely. 10 minutes in, it's a bit early to call a definite lead for anyone.
Yeah. I imagine there's going to be some critical choice that happens fairly soon that's really going to say a lot more.
Shiner picking up that magic container, the grass tile, so he's at 6 already. But he does not have the jump spell yet, so he's not going to be able to get down stab just now.
Looks like Raikou is doing some tracking, pausing to do that.
He said that he was probably going to take notes about the Palace's layout as well, except for Palace 1.
I don't know. I really don't feel like that's necessary as long as you have a systematic approach to palaces. You you just keep with a right mentality or a left mentality, then you get everything you need. But that maybe that just comes with playing enough of these or something. There's the medicine. Well, that would have been nice to have the first trip into Lifetown or Fairy Town,
yeah.
whichever proper name that might be.
Looks like there was a road that was hammer block that led to the northern part of the West Continent. But there's probably a connection cave somewhere that will allow them to go there. Shiner finding Death Mountain, he's gonna dig into these 4 caves that you can see right now. Oh, and he actually finds the second entrance.
Oh, interesting. Okay. He's found a fairy cave, which probably is not going to be necessary. So this a second entrance took him out onto the north side of the West Continent, it looks like, where they had both been on the south side before.
Yeah, I believe that's right.
I'm surprised he didn't pop into that palace to see which one it was.
Oh well, that's Palace 7, so... I'm gonna have to come back here for a while.
It's possible that that mountain path is the best way to get from the south to the north. Not sure. Oh, Raikou's in the north as well. Okay.
Oh, is he?
See, they're both in the same town. Where they were.
Oh, that's right. Both players finding the medicine cave.
Yeah, Medicine Cave is often not a fun place to go early, but they've got levels that are high enough now that they should be able to handle it, and it looks like it's just a couple of areas guarding the end, so...
And they find the boots.
Yep. Shiner taking the Death Warp. I don't know how much time that really saves. Maybe a few seconds.
Yeah, I think that's 3 seconds. But maybe he just wanted to refill as well.
Yeah, he wasn't in that bad of shape though. But he did have maybe a life to spare because he still has 3 lives now since he found a 1-up lying down on the ground.
How many caves have we seen now? We've seen Magic Cave, the Heart Container Cave, and just now Medicine. We still have the Experience and the Trophy Cave left. One other block.
Yeah, whenever you see a boulder in the West Continent, it's always blocking a potential item cave. Like it won't be blocking a pass-through cave because if you were to come out on the other side of a pass-through cave with a boulder in front of you, you'd be forced to up an A since you can't go back into the cave. So that's
yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense.
a change that was made to the randomizer. I like how they're both in the same general area here, though they took very different paths to get here. Shiner is going backwards through Fairy Cave, and this is going to take him back over to that grave on the east side. And now he's realizing that, and come back.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Looks like he is.
another
Okay.
opening from
Yeah.
Raikou. So we don't have a raft sighting yet, and we haven't seen the glove either.
That's right, and we know what the Palace 1 item is, so...
Right. So we're looking at either an item in Palace 3 that's not glove blocked, or an item in that's important. Either the hammer, the raft, or the glove.
And I believe there is still one other cave left as well.
You think so? Yeah. Well, it's that could be. It's interesting that they haven't found it. Oh, is Shiner in that cave right now? I think he might be in that cave right now. Oh, never mind.
Because we haven't seen Trophy Cave and the Peabag Cave, and only one of them is Boulder Block that we've seen so far.
Yeah. Wait. Did we not see Trophy Cave? No, I think that Raikou went through Trophy Cave.
Oh, okay, then my bad then. Then we've seen all caves except the one that's Boulder Block, which means that it's either Palace Tree or Death Mountain, as you said. Raikou doesn't know that yet though, so he's gonna go in Palace 1 to find his 6th magic container.
Yeah, but at least now he has down stab and better levels, so he should be able to get through here, I would think. Hopefully come out of here with attack 4. I want to see if he takes down one of those Magos. Always fun to see what they're worth. Oh, he's trying for the blue article. Oh, he gets some. Nice. That level 3 jackhammer, that's...
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Always also impressive.
Too bad they aren't more experienced though for his trouble.
Right. But that might be enough to get him to where he needs to be for attack 4 coming out of here. Especially if he kills a couple of those fish. And he takes the death as he's casting life. That's frustrating, of course.
Shiner found the shield spell by
okay.
cashing in the medicine.
That's one of the least helpful spells he could find right now, for sure.
Yeah, especially with life spell already available.
Right. Usually I end up casting shield, you know, against Thunderbird, maybe a couple other bosses and a couple other rooms, like 5 times total perhaps.
Yeah, it's useful for Guma as well if you have low levels getting there.
Right. No, if I have shield against Guma, I'm always casting first priority.
Now Shiner's about to get his jump spell, so we should see him go back to get down stab.
I would be really frustrated if I were him. Like, having just left Fairy Town, you gotta go right back there.
And speaking of being frustrated, Raikou is exactly 1 experience short for his level up.
At least he's just gotta go over here and kill 1 fish, and then he'll be good. Or one of these guys. There you go.
Get that attack 4.
So
So
I'd
it's either Death Mountain or Palace Tree now. Which one would you take?
I don't think there's any harm in poking into Palace 3. Like, I would try to head towards Death Mountain, but if Palace 3's on the way, then I wouldn't be opposed to just shooting inside quick, because usually if you're gonna get blocked in Palace 3, it's gonna be quick. Especially with the magic key, though. That makes Palace exploration much simpler.
Yeah, magic key, yeah, that's a fair argument there. And yeah, if you get glove block really early, then there's no problem at all. It's probably a safer bet, I would agree. If you had hammer though, and Death Mountain would be 2 items instead of 1. That might be a better call.
Shiner looks like he's grinding up for this next level, whatever it might be, I'm not quite sure. Is he gonna kill this Fire Knuckle? Yeah, that'll get him his level. Oh, no, he's skipping that one. Okay, so Shiner is gonna head into Palace 3. He didn't go back and pick up Downstab first. So, you know, that would be helpful for some of the rooms in Palace 3, like this right here, with this Doom Knocker there.
So with the 4 big enemies in this room, I believe this is 6 and not 3.
Oh.
I'm not 100% sure, but
Even more fun. Even
yeah,
more reason to have Downstab.
We have Raikou fighting Rebanak right now, so this is definitely 6 now.
Okay.
Knowing that this is 6 rather than 3, which is still right at before Death Mountain, Shiner is obeying. I think he's gonna make the opposite call now.
Yeah, he's gonna go get that Downstab.
Oh, he did not have it. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was a routing thing that helped out Raikou there. He's got the Downstab. We'll see what he finds here. You know, Barba's an interesting boss because even if you find him at you know, attack 1, he's almost just a battle of patience more than anything else.
Yeah, that's true. And he's worth a lot of experience.
Yeah,
Really help you out early. There are, however, 2 possible places to be sherry blocked in Palace 6.
You're right. Exactly. So you got the fairy blocks in addition to the glove blocks, which can happen in quite a few places. Okay, so we found 1 fairy block, but we're far from stuck here. You can still take this drop and then see where that leads him. Shiner's going back into Palace 6 right away.
And we do have a Barba for Raikou.
Oh, he stopped at the block, so he's not going to be able to predict where Barba comes out. Can't cast jump either, so certainly possible to beat Barba without jump, but
it's gonna take a while.
Yeah, especially if he doesn't do the jumping attacks, which are, you know, not that difficult. I mean, I'm no expert, but I can get in 1 or 2 per cycle at least.
Yeah, I believe if Barba has his normal amount of HPs, it's gonna take 32 hits. So 4 hits for every bar of life.
Well,
he's already done more than 4 hits, so Barba
yeah,
randomized with extra HPs for sure.
Oh, yep, but now there's a bar gone, so progress is being made. I don't know what the max XP that Barba can give is. Is it 1,000?
Yeah, it's 1,000.
So that's probably not going to give him attack 5, and it's going to maybe put him in a weird... Well, I guess it'll give him attack 5 if he just takes the experience and then places the gem right away. So that seems like a decent plan to me. Then he can go back and get his, or see if he can get the item here. I think it's worth at least taking another drop or 2 to...
Oh yeah.
To see where it leads you. Raikou's doing well here to be nice and patient and just get his hits in and avoid the damage. The damage is the important thing. You don't want to spend all this time on this fight and have it be for naught.
Yeah, and with Life Tree and no shield spell, I think he can take one hit without dying, but it might be close still. So it's a good idea to take it really safe and slow.
Yeah, the problems with taking hits on Barba is often that they knock you into the pit, so...
Yeah, that can happen as well. And Barba was extremely cheap on experience, I think.
Shiner doing the gap jump without the jump spell. Oh, I think he's gonna kill this blue iron knuckle. Oh, why didn't Raikou... He did not place the jump?
He did not.
Did he take any levels? What
I
happened
think Barba gave only 300.
Oh, wow. Well, he doesn't have to fight Barba again, I suppose. Oh, God. Alright.
We have Shiner on Barba as well, but he was able to cast jump, and he tried to do some yeah, down stab strat, but
A little bit jackhammer and then a little bit of lava diving.
yeah.
Still, it was impressive for a time.
Even without doing jackhammer, he still has the jump spell, and he's taking the fight much more aggressively than Raikou did.
Man, no glove locks yet. This is either gonna be rewarding here or a disappointment. And we found the item, I think.
Yeah,
yes, we did.
The item room, so
Yeah.
nothing was blocked either by glove or fairy.
Huh. That's interesting. And that means that if you had come in here with fairy, you would have just wasted time.
Let's see what he gets here.
Oh, man. Alright, he's got 1 life left. He's not quite lining up that first hit where it needs to be to put Rebernack on the edge of the screen. You never see Rebernack that fast. Did Shiner game over on
Yeah, he did. He was pushed into lava.
Yeah.
Big game over.
So he's doing a little more exploring. See if he goes back to Barba eventually or if he just decides to go a different way. And it's the raft in P3. Wow. That almost certainly means that the glove is going to be in the east.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah. So that's a huge find. And now Raikou's going to go back to Barba, I would think, and place that gem. If he can. Oh, he might not be able to, because he doesn't have the glove. And he might just die and game over anyway. Yeah, he's stuck, so... Well, that's 1200 XP down the drain.
Yep, and now he still has to go back to place that gem.
Yeah.
But I think it's only about 3 or 4 rooms deep, so that's pretty good. Not gonna waste too much time.
Yeah, though I'm guessing that he's gonna wanna try to get attack 5 out of this, which means he's gonna have to kill some things and hope for enough experience.
Oh yeah, that's right. You don't want to burn that gem that early if you can avoid it.
Well, it depends on what your name is.
Yeah, for sure.
Red, if your name is Dig Shake, maybe you want to burn all the gems.
Yeah, you definitely do. So it looks like Shiner did not go back towards Barba. So is he just looking for the item now?
Yeah. I think he was primarily looking for the item. So, we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if he falls twice here. Continues to look for the item instead of going to Barba, but we'll see what he decides to do. Oh, it looks like he's heading back to Barba.
Or maybe he just wanted to grind a bit before the boss fight, so he would have enough for his attack 5.
I don't think he would have reason to suspect that Barba's only 300 experience. I sure wouldn't count on that happening. Oh wow. I don't know how Raikou didn't die right there.
How much experience does Raikou need? Is that 600 for Life 4 or Magic 4?
I think that's for magic, because he already skipped a level, I believe. So he's got what he needs now. He just needs to go down to the gem. So, even though Raikou hasn't cashed in his medicine yet for shield, I think that he's got a distinct advantage here, having already got the rafts, if he can manage to place this gem. Oh, he went to the wrong side. There's never any reason to fall to the left. That's a little strange, but you know, whatever.
That's not gonna slow him too much.
Be nice and careful here. I think he's still got a life to burn, so he's fine. The Shiner being a little more cautious this time, I think.
He's very close now.
Yeah.
So he does gets that 300 experience. He's gonna place the gem right away. Meanwhile, we should see Raikou heading the eastern continent as soon as possible.
So let's see if Shiner walks backwards to look for the item here. And he is exiting. So that's bad news for Shiner.
Yeah. He's probably gonna go in Death Mountain
I
now.
would imagine that's about the only place he can go. Raikou heads east. This is our first sight in the East Country. We got a lava encounter, not much else in sight here. Looks like we're at the very north. Never hurts to check the top border of the map, because every once in a while there's the walkover at the top that you don't think is there. We got a palace. I would want to stay out of the palaces for a bit, unless this is 2. If this is 2, then I'd go ahead and do it. But if it's 5, stay out and go look for some overworld items. He didn't even check the...
No, he didn't even check, so...
Okay.
He's just gonna dive right in.
I mean, I get... So it'll become apparent quick enough if this is 2 or 5, but...
Yeah, this is 5, but you could have known that much faster.
Yeah, and this is a dead end right here. I wonder, man, is he all in on this palace or what?
He does have all the requirements for Palace 5, but it's not a very good idea to dive in this early.
Yeah, the thing that I don't like is that, you know, you could feel like maybe you got to spend a little time looking for the item because you don't have the glove yet, and then you get out of here and you find the glove right away. But yeah, he decides to get out of there. So, man, the thing that Shiner has to be hoping for right now is that the glove is in Death Mountain.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's really the only thing that could be there.
Either that or a spell item that
Yeah,
you
a required
cash in
spell
for. Right. There are still several spells that are required, so you know, you can't entirely blame someone for opting out of Palace 6 because you feel like you got lucky in the first place getting to the boss without the glove or without fairy. And if you want to get to the item too on top of that, that seems like something that'd be really rare. And Shiner does find the item here pretty quickly, so could pay off. I don't think Raikou did go to Mito or Shield.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, he's found an item cave here. So they're both going to pick up an item close to the same time here, pretty much.
Hard container for Raik. This is his first one, so it's actually not a bad find, because going through the endgame with only 4 can be really difficult.
Yeah. Shiner gets the cross. So now he knows that he needs the item out of 6. Or, I believe he knows. I don't know for sure if he has skipped a cave.
Yeah, I think he's gonna know now.
Raikou finds his way to Maze Island. Gonna be looking for 2 encounter tiles here. The 2 fallen encounter tiles are the ones with the items. Of course, use those boots as much as you can to avoid the rest of the encounters.
Yeah, Maze Island is usually much easier to navigate if you have the boots. Shiner does realize that 6 is the only remaining place, and he's gonna have to dive back in.
Killing everything as it goes, like he says he's prone to do.
Raikou finds the palace. I don't think he's checked what it was.
Well, it's gotta be 3 or 4.
He finds one of the items, and that's his 7th magic container.
Oh, 2, 3, or 4. So Nukusudo's looking pretty good when we get there. Here's the other item. And a heart container. Alright.
Oh, he's gonna go check what the palace is.
Yeah. And same thing here for me, I think. If this is 2, I'll go right in. Anything else, I'd probably leave. I wouldn't... I don't think I'd be digging into P4 quite yet.
No, you still have a couple locations on the overworld, including 2 items in Nukusudo, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't look for P4.
2 items in Nukusudo. There's the cave. There's one other item cave, I believe, in the east that he hasn't gotten to yet. And there's the overworld water spot and I don't know if he got the desert spot.
I don't believe he did. Alright, so I think Shiner is on the right path to digging the item out of Palace 6.
Yeah, this looks like
Just takes her
like
right
where
here.
Raikou was.
And Raikou finding old Kitsudo. Gonna get another spell.
Yeah. Notably, Raikou does not have the cross. Shiner got that out of that mountain. There's the fairy spell. The fairy spell almost certainly is not required at this point. I think there's like a 25% chance at most it'd be required in 5, and then probably less than that it'd be required in the Great Palace. Oh, it could be required in Palace 4 too, but that's even smaller.
Oh yeah, that's very unlikely.
Right, it's probably less than 10%.
So that means the odds of either Reflect or Thunder being blocked by a required item are getting pretty high now. What else are we missing? Spell and Fire. There are 4 spells left.
Yeah, and Fire, of course, can be linked to any of them.
Yeah, that's true. Looks like there's a part of the eastern continent that might only be reachable by a connection cave.
Yeah, Fairy Feet is allowed, but Fairy Feet never is required. Even if you get an ugly forced encounter, you can always skip it. Like in Valley of Death, you can do the encounter skip to get around that. Shiner making the same mistake that Raikou did in Palace 5, going to the end of that dead end.
But he's gonna opt to dive even deeper instead of just walking out of it.
Right. So we'll see here. I mean, the glove could certainly be in Palace 5. You know, we always talk about the glove because the glove being required is a very, very strong possibility. Like, probably 99% or more.
Oh yeah, probably. There are so many rooms in the Great Palace that can be glove blocked.
Right,
But
and that's
even-
just in the Great Palace. That's even not considering 3 and 6. Or in 2.
Yeah, we still have 2 remaining.
But 1, 4, and 5 are never glove blocked, so you're guaranteed being able to find the item and the boss in those palaces without the glove. So there's no concern that he wouldn't be able to find the item. The only concern is that he's spending time in 5, which is the biggest palace, maybe looking for the item here when he could be getting quicker items elsewhere.
Yeah, it's way too early to be sure that this item is going to be required, so
Yeah.
time could be better spent somewhere else as of now.
But it could pay off big.
It could. Right.
Shiner found the other end of that dead end.
Raikou is still exploring Eastern continent, trying to find the last few places he hasn't seen. But it looks like there's a southwest part that is only reachable by connection caves. And he might be having the same realization now because he's gonna dive into one of them.
Yeah. This is one of the better connection caves to take. Some of the connection caves are a pain with a lot of enemies with low ceilings or with a lot of flying enemies. You can have some invisible moles and stuff, but this is an easier one to get through, I think. And looks like he might be in that area now, I'm not sure.
I think so. Because, yeah, we see both the south and the west ends, so
Right.
he's clearly in a new place now. He's gonna check the water tile. Gets himself a plunger, which we know is not required in this seed.
Desert tile, just a magic jar.
And we saw Shiner actually killing Guma, and then going back inside P5, so he's definitely looking for the item now, even though we found Guma fast enough.
Or is
maybe
he
he
just
just
grinding
wanted-
for the...
Yeah, that could be it as well.
Well, he's not going to place the gem yet, for some reason. Even if he was going to look for the item, wouldn't you just place the gem there and then go back to look for the item? I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like when you're doing close levels, like he's 555 right now, so...
That is what he's doing. Okay, he's placing the gem. I'm sorry, I didn't know the direction to Guma. Alright, so he's gonna be at 655. He's definitely ahead on gems and on levels. Raikou's found Reflect, yeah. So Shiner's not going back in for the item apparently. So overall,
a good choice.
yeah, that could have saved him time, really. Going in there now, because now he doesn't have to backtrack to get to Palace 5. Shiner loves to kill everything, my goodness.
Sure does. And now he's just found 2 experience bags.
Yeah.
Might be taking life 6 shortly here.
I'm not quite sure what... Oh, he was maybe just checking to see what he could see.
Raikou and Darunia, I don't believe we've seen the kid yet.
I don't think so. So he's just going to get upstab. And he messed up his magic use a little. I don't think he was crouching when he cast Fairy. And then... There we go. He cast Jump like in the wrong room. ran out of magic, so...
That was unfortunate. We have Shiner in the same P-bag cave that Raikou found earlier.
Right.
He's gonna get his first art container as well. And 500 experience points from the Blueless Elfos.
Plus a fun graphical glitch. Maybe a little harder to do that with the speed hack that Digshake implemented, where the item animation doesn't last as long, but if you pick up an item as you get a level up, then you get some graphics messing up for some reason. You think that would be something that they might have, quality checked. Who knows?
We have new Kisuto for Raikou. He's gonna get the item, which is a trophy.
That could very well be required. So there could essentially be... Well, I guess the only thing he's looking for now is thunder, really. So...
Yeah, and it might be in this very town.
Yeah. But we haven't seen fire, and depending on what fire's linked to, that could be better to find than thunder. If fire is thunder, man, that sure changes the complexion of the seed for the rest of the race here.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that is not thunder. He's gonna get the spell, but at least that's gonna give him an extra item from this town.
Right. And that item could be a required kid, or the glove. Still looking for that glove. I would not complain about getting spell right there.
No, that way you know for sure that you won't have to come back here later on.
Right.
Your Kisuto is fully cleared.
Yeah.
But that's not really gonna do it.
It's only 200 even. Come on, game.
Come on, Digshake, you mean.
Shiner really debating what to do with his experience there. He's got a ton of it from killing everything.
So what is left? There's still one points bag cave left, right?
I believe so, yeah. I don't... Maybe we've seen the desert tile item, but I don't know. I haven't particularly noticed it.
I haven't either, but it's not marked on 8gen's tracker, so if we did see it, it wasn't a required item. Now we know that there are 2 caves left in the west. Not 2 caves, but like 1 cave and the boulders, so maybe we're gonna find a hammer eventually.
Yeah, so this is the other item cave that Raikou's in right now, so this could be something important here. Or not. And it looks like it might be important.
Yeah. I think that's gonna help him out.
So, he is in go mode once he gets that old thunder spell.
Yeah, and he does have the trophy right now, so I wonder if he's just gonna go check if trophy is the answer he's looking for. So we can do the remaining palaces without trying to find the item. And it looks like that's what he's gonna do.
Did he get all the free spells in the East? I'm guessing he did. It feels like he did.
Yes, I believe he did, because we only have fire and thunder remaining, which are from trophy and the kid.
Yeah, I think that trophy was oh, has he still hasn't cashed in his medicine yet either, has he? So he's got 2 spells to check on, I believe. I don't.
Oh yeah, I think you're right.
Back.
Yeah, we've seen shield from Shiner, but not from Raikou.
Yeah. So I remember that the jump town is in the north of the western continent, And this is obviously where Raikou's gonna get shield. Odds on the kid we needed are pretty high right now. They're not quite 50-50, but really close.
Right, because fire could still be thunder. So it's possible that, I mean, there's more than 50% chance that the trophy is the answer. We have Shiner and Maze Island right now trying to find these two items, which were a heart container and a magic container. Actually, he's already found the heart container.
Shiner's exploration of this island doesn't seem nearly as efficient as Raikou's was. He's going through a lot of encounters, and I think Raikou was able to get to both items without really going through a single encounter.
Yeah, I believe you're right. Raikou made his way through Connection Cave. I believe there was Parappa Cave and into Jump Down just now.
Alright, moment of truth right here. Man. At this point, if this is not thunder or fire that casts thunder, then the seed could go anywhere. But it's thunder, so...
Raikou now has everything he needs. He just needs to complete the remaining palaces now. He's not looking for anything anymore.
It would be interesting if there was some lawn item chase you could go on to find the kid to get fire that also casts thunder as an alternate solution to going back there. Oh, is Shiner going into Valley of Death here?
Looks like he is, and that's gonna be either 2 or 3.
Going for the encounter skips. I would think Shiner would maybe be comfortable with Fairy Feet. He has Fairy, right? Or does he not?
He doesn't.
No, he doesn't. Oh, he didn't get any spells on this side yet. That's interesting.
Well, apparently this is going to be 2 because we've seen 3. I wasn't paying attention, so my bad.
Oh, okay. Looks like Raikou's gonna do Palace 5 first. He remembers that he has to go left at start, so...
And now he knows he doesn't need the item, so he can concentrate on going right as much as possible.
Right. The funny thing about Palace 5, of course, is that sometimes going left leads you to the Guma much faster than going right. And, you know, sometimes going right leads you to the item much faster than going left. And it's all just...
Oh yeah, it's such a big palace with a lot of elevators, so you can definitely be switched around quite a lot. So Shiner is gonna try to go through Palace 2. There's a slight chance he might be glove blood here.
That would just be adding insult to injury at this point. Man, even though Shiner already has Palace 5 finished, it seems like Raikou has a decent edge already, having everything required for the game.
Shiner does get glove block right away. I'm not sure if there was another path he could have taken.
Oh yeah, there's almost always another
Yeah.
path you can take a P2. I imagine he'll just go down the elevator and see what's next. It does look like he's on his last life. He's probably okay being at life 7, but
Yeah, I got into the palace with already 1 life missing. And not full life, but since he has a lot of experience, I decided
it's a lot of ropes right there.
We have seen Guma from Shiner earlier, but I don't remember at all where it was. So
Yeah,
I have no idea if Raikou was going the right way.
it didn't seem like it took him all that long to get to Guma. So Shiner's found Helmet Head here and quickly takes him down, which is no surprise with Tech 6. But the question is, what is he gonna do after Helmet Head? Is he gonna look for the item, or is he gonna just move on?
Puts the gem right away, and then looks like he's gonna make his way out. And no, actually just gonna open A and get inside again.
Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna explore, that'd be the quickest thing to do. He has to go down twice now, and then look for another left. And we'll see here. I think the best story right now would be if this is the kid, and it leads to fire that cast or thunder, but
Yeah, that's not very likely. Okay, so Shiner finding yet another dead end, so it's starting to look more likely that the glove block path was the one leading to the item now.
I think he's still got one more left side dead end he could find, so we'll see. He's gonna go right here, and then I think he can find a down. Oh, no. This is a dead end, so it is glove block confirmed. And he just decides to go back to the start.
Doesn't want to cross Valley of Death.
Yeah, looks like Raikou took a quick death to Guma.
He should be able to get it this time. He can cast life twice if he needs to.
Yeah. Man, I think jump makes save strats Guma so much easier. I mean, you get much more leeway for dodging that attack, but I don't know, I guess people should do what they're comfortable with.
Yeah, I would agree that jump makes the fight much safer, but if you have high levels and you're trying to do it aggressive way, I find that jump just gets in your way.
Yeah. I don't know that 634 counts as high for Guma.
No, it's 534 even, so definitely
Oh,
not.
he's only 534.
Yeah. I would have cast jump there.
Alright. So Shiner is still up a gem. He's got Palace 2 down. And Raikou has to find... Well, he knows where Palace... that there's one Palace in the Valley of Death. So he has to get there and finish that off. And then he has to go to Palace 4. Oh, and now it's Palace 3. But I didn't see Palace 3. Apparently we found it though.
It must have been on that southwest part that he has to take a connection cable to.
Oh, yeah. Maybe that's where he's gonna head first. I guess the optimal path might be to... You're going to want to up an A from either Valley of Death or Maze Island, more likely. And then go back to the start for me, or Great Palace. So...
Yeah, I believe Maze Island and Valley of Death are right next to each other. I would probably do Maze Island and then Valley of Death and up A from there.
Yeah. Makes sense to me. The thing with VOD is mostly like how comfortable are you with the fairy feet and things like that. I can't remember how to get back to P3. He's taking a lot of notes here, so...
Yeah, it's really close to the raft spot right now actually, but I think he's heading the right way. Follows that river, it should take him to both Valley of Death and Maze Island.
Has Shiner never completed this cave until now? It's interesting. Well, it doesn't look like it. That P-Bag is there.
Yeah, he had never seen it, and he checked for Death Mountain, and Palace 6 without even checking that cave seems a bit weird to me. Unless he had seen it and decided not to grab it for some reason earlier.
I don't know. I'm not quite sure what Shiner's next move is right now. Oh, he's just going back to the raft spot. Okay. Raikou's pulling the item out of P3 here. And it's a hammer. I assume it's P3, or is he in P4?
I think that's 4, but I'm not sure. If he's on Maze Island, it's 4. But I didn't see him get to it.
I was watching Shiner too much.
Yeah, but yeah, it is Palace 4. He's probably gonna do as I said and first Maze Island and Valley of Death up from there and make his way to Palace 3, which I still have no idea where exactly it was.
I'd do Palace 3 then come back to the Valley of Death for that last one. Most likely. Alright. This is a common place to find Karok right here. Let's see. Oh, we got a whole bunch of palace beyond this, so.
What Shiner needs now is to realize that he has to take Connection Cave to reach that last part of the continent he's on right now. That's where he's gonna find the glove, and I believe that's also where he's gonna find the trophy. Right, finding yet another dead end going right. Soon he's gonna have seen most of this palace.
Okay. Shiner found the desert tile item. I don't know which one that was.
It's a heart container, I think.
Yeah. One of those jars.
Now Shiner finding Old Kisuto, which is gonna give him the fairy spell.
Switching immediately to fairy for some reason.
And Shiner is still killing every enemy that he encounters.
Man, Raikou
That's
finds
another, yeah. He's soon gonna have seen all the rooms in this palace. Looks like Karak is very deep if you do follow the going right meta.
I'm guessing he's gonna go left to the drop, take the drop down, and then that Karak will be to the right on the lower level. Is he gonna ferry across first? I can't feel that. I don't think there's any way that ferrying across is the right way, but maybe. I don't know. Nope, that's just a dead end. At least it was a quick dead end.
Going right from that drop, I believe, is
Yeah.
the last
Yeah,
possible
this
place
is
it could
definitely the
be.
way. I mean, once we went through that the bottom drop room, I suspected that this is probably the room where we would find Karak. He didn't get the free shot on Karak. That was interesting. He like jumped over it. Sometimes I don't get it because I just forget, but you know, my mind is elsewhere.
He's getting very poor luck on this fight so far.
Yeah. Oh, finally there's a dent in Karak's health bar.
Karak almost killing him.
Oh, and Karak might kill him yet. Oh, nope. Takes him down. Okay.
With 2 other gems remaining, he's most likely going to take attack 7 here.
Sure, I would go for it. 2 reasons to take attack 7, of course. One is, well, attack 7 is better than attack 6, and the other reason is that then you'll get a bigger bonus to pour into life and magic next time.
Yeah, exactly.
So, well, looks like Raikou's going straight into Valley of Death. Oh, it is right there. It's hard to say no to that.
Yeah, exactly. It's right next to it. So I believe he's gonna do this one, then up A and come back for the last one.
Yeah. Raikou apparently is really not comfortable with fairy feet, or can he cast fairy? Or maybe he's just got fairy queued for safety, perhaps.
I don't remember if this was a 2 or 3 encounters VOD.
Yeah, a little bit of an unlucky pattern there from the enemies. Now that was nice. refill his life and magic.
Then just gonna power through the encounter.
You know, when you got full health and everything, if it really doesn't take you that much longer to do that if the skip is taking you several tries. So something that's interesting about Palace too, I think that Shiner found the boss fairly quickly because he was on the path of going left for the items, potentially.
Yeah.
So it might take Raikou a little longer to find the boss, but then again, this was a pretty quick dead end right here, I think. So we'll see if he just up and A's from this corner, and then maybe that leads him to the boss.
So the boss is gonna be on the second floor.
Yeah, I think the boss is the first left. So that looks like the way he's going to be taking now. I almost thought that since he started walking backwards that he was going to walk and he'd be end up taking all of the bad lefts first, but it looks like he's on the right path as far as I can remember.
Or maybe this one will actually lead him to the glove block room, and the second one was the boss.
Oh,
of course he's not gonna be glove blocked, so he's gonna go through it.
Yep, this is the glove block. He's not gonna be blocked, so he's gonna be spending a bit of time in here, I guess. That's just unfortunate luck, mostly.
And Shiner went back into Palace 5, digging for the item in there, apparently. The problem is, he's still missing a huge chunk of the overworld. So I'm not sure what exactly he's looking for inside P5. I would be looking for a way to get to the remaining part of the overworld now. Not trying to find any items, even though there are still a couple items required for him to find.
He's also in a dead-end room right here that doesn't give him anything, so maybe he thought he'd get a red jar there.
Well, he does get one.
I guess that's a thing. I don't know. And killing bubbles for no reason. It looks like he's trying to hit this level up that he's almost reached here.
Not sure right under the dripper is the best spot to do that.
Whatever. Maybe he's just trying to entertain everyone. That's doing some job of that, I suppose. Alright, well, Raikou just found it, Helmet Head a little faster than I expected even. Ooh, nice. It's always fun to see Helmet Head die with the helmet still on. And is he gonna place this gem for basically nothing?
Looks like he is.
Yeah. I would probably take that magic 4 and then make sure I get over the hump on the next level.
Is Rebenak in Palace 3 worth the same amount as the ones in 6?
Yeah.
Okay, I think those were 500, so it should be good to beat the gem threshold in P3.
Yeah, unless Rebnak's like the first room.
So at this point, if Shiner finds the hammer, he's gonna go back in Death Mountain, and he's gonna go back in the boulder block cave. And we know that neither of those are required items, so it's basically finding his item might just push him even further back into this race.
Wait, the hammer is in P4, right?
Oh, have we seen the hammer?
Yeah, Raikou got it.
Oh, okay. My bad then. I haven't been paying attention to Raikou's item finds, because once I'm full dig shake, I don't check items anymore.
I'm not one that would turn my nose up at an extra jar or something.
Well, he already has 7 of both, but yeah.
Right. In this case, I could understand that even more. So Raikou did find Palace 3 quickly enough. Certainly taken quite the lead here, considering everything that Shiner has left to do. He's got to find the trophy, cash it in. He's still got to find Reflect. And he's got to find that glove.
And to find all of that, first needs to find the right connection cave.
Right. Hopefully this is a lesson for everyone watching at home. You're playing this randomizer, just... you can't find what you need, just start going through caves. Or if you're let's just go through caves right away and figure out what you missed later.
But don't go in Palace 5 to finally get 500 points back. That's not the best strategy to use.
Yeah. I wonder if he'll go to Palace 4 next and get the hammer, and then go back and get the items out of the Western continent, and then just end up full clearing the whole world at this point.
Yeah, unless he very shortly realizes that what he needs is a connection cave. I believe P4 is the only thing remaining for him. He's probably done 100% of what he's seen.
Looks like Raikou is gonna get this item out of Palace 3 right here, or not. No, he's passing it up. We'll never know what it is, unless Shiner finds everything else.
I would have stepped out of that room as well at this point.
Yeah, no, I think even I would have. One thing you could say is that it'd be nice for Raikou to get a refill of something right now, but he can take a death and he'll be just fine. He's got a couple more lives back to keep him up, I'm pretty sure. So
He's probably getting closer to Raikounak now, because speed is pretty short. We've seen the item room and the outside dead end. I'm not even sure if there's another dead end actually in this palace. If not, then he's definitely on the right track.
okay, Shiner is in Firetown. This might have been where Reflect was. I think it kind of
Yeah, I
was.
believe it is.
Yeah, because Thunder Taunted Fairy and Spell Taunted Spell. So this is only gonna make Palace 4 more enticing for Shiner, I would think. But let's see what he does next.
Raikou gonna place the final gem now. He is gonna get easily over that threshold, so you should see him put everything he can in life. He should be able to get life 7 here quite easily.
Plus a magic level or 2. 750 left for that. Is he gonna up an A? Yeah, he's just up an A. Alright, well, Shiner's got his trophy now. I wonder how many containers it was for that lady. I don't think either of them found her before they had 7.
No, I don't think so.
Could have been that 7 magic containers was required for this seed.
Now Shiner should find the glove pretty shortly here. Leave it in the cave relatively close to these towns. And then he only has 2 palaces left. He's already placed 4 gems. He only has 3 and 4 remaining.
Raikou heads into Great Palace, 757. With these settings, that's usually more than enough. We've got a short Great Palace, no mixed large and small, so the Bird Knights are a bit limited in their appearances, but we'll see. He's already casting Jump, using magic liberally, it seems.
Deciding to take a drop right away.
Yeah, I believe he does have upstab, so whoop, takes a shot from that rope. But otherwise handles this room pretty well. And it's going up.
Up is left, so...
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, if you took an up and then took a left, that'd be quite something. You gotta really feel like luck's on your side if you're going up and then left. I like going down first generally, just because it's a few tiles shorter to the transition. But
yeah, I'm not sure why, but I also always go down first in this room.
Nice. Gets that guy out of his way with an upstab. And we've reached our second drop room. At this point, it doesn't seem like there's much harm in taking it, because we have... Or did we see one drop destination? We may have.
I don't think we have.
Oh, we didn't see this room before? Yeah, we did.
Okay, yes, we did.
But that didn't hurt him at all. That actually was a faster backtrack than going the other way. He's gonna up an A. That's interesting. He's got 2 lefts there he could take, and there's a drop or a turnaround he could find going left. So, or no, he's got 1 left he could take. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just gonna go left from the start. But why would you do that before going left up from the fairy room first? As long as you're already there. Well, we'll see where this leads. this almost certainly has to be a dead end, right?
It could be the drop, I guess.
Well,
Shiner went into Palace Tree.
oh,
Oh, wow.
wait, what?
So that just looped back to the beginning. So thinking the up left here is like the only option. Nice.
Wait, what? Where is he
It's
going?
Back down.
What? Where are you going there, Raikou? Maybe he's having trouble trying to draw his map now because, he's trying to draw it in the Cartesian plane.
Yeah, I feel like you need 3 dimensions or maybe even 4 sometimes to create a map out.
Yeah, at least 4 dimensions.
Yeah. He's gonna go right here. He still has 2 lefts that he can take.
And he's going in a loop here, I think.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
I mean, he's seeing a red bird knight and a little bot there, so...
Oh yeah, definitely.
So he's got to go left again. See if he tries for a jar there. No, he doesn't look like he's going to. And a 1-up.
Oh,
Wait, what? What is happening?
I think we're gonna need a 5th dimension then. 4 is not gonna be enough.
What is going on right now? Maybe this did he go right twice? So maybe
Yeah, that's what I'm
he goes
wondering. Maybe.
right once and then he's got to go up. Yeah. Oh no, there's another. That's the same.
That's a simple loop, yeah.
So he's got to go up here. Is this a different room? It's the same room. Wow, that would be a real shame for Raikou if... Oh, wait, what? Oh, he didn't go this way yet?
Yeah, he came from that way.
He did come from this way. Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna bring him down to the ferry room.
That'd be really crazy for Raikou if he
But from the
got as far, if it was unbeatable.
the very first drop he took, could he have taken a left after? Which would be like 2 rooms left of the ferry room.
Oh yeah. You're right. He probably has to take the first drop and then go left, maybe?
I think that's the only way we have remaining.
Well, this way is going to take him back to the start. Let's see here. Just got to go up this elevator, right? And then go to the...
No, that's the entrance. Actually, there aren't 2 drops. He just took the same drop twice on his first time through.
No, did he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. So all he has to do is take the drop and then go left. Everything else is just a giant loop back to the beginning.
Oh, I mean, if I were him, I would be doing an up and A here to quit my magic bag, probably.
I would really like to see what this map looks like right now. So yeah, he's going left now.
Okay, yeah, this is the way to go. I agree. I mean, it's gotta be. Oh, he's got 4 lives. Good point there, Shift. Shiner still didn't get the glove, did he?
No, so Shiner did reach that part of the overworld that was missing. He took a couple items and spells from towns, and then he actually paid out of there without finding the glove first.
Okay, so he is gonna go to Palace 4 and get the hammer, and then he's gonna go back to the beginning probably and get those 2 items, and not get the glove.
That's very unfortunate for him because he was right next to the glove cave at some point.
Don't take that from that chicken. This drop looks awfully tempting. It cannot go backwards. We know that much. There we go. He's taking it right away.
It's most likely the right call.
Some people would say that particular drop is always the right call. There's sometimes when it's not, but... usually. So now he's gonna go left from here, and he's probably gonna end up right below where he is. That's my prediction. Oh, looks like he's gonna get an elevator first, so maybe not.
Maybe taking a left at the Eon drop room would have brought him on the just underneath him, that drop room. No, because we still haven't. Oh
yeah.
no, there he is. He just looped onto it.
Right, and then that's the last drop, isn't it?
Yep, I believe it is.
So this has to be Thunderbird and Darklink. Is he gonna cast life here, and then he doesn't have enough for Thunder in the next room? 63. Nope.
Not
He's
enough.
short.
Yep.
Well-timed life cast. At least it Thunderbird kills him in 2 hits, so he takes care of that quickly enough.
So Darklink is probably going to be very close by.
He's a fan of Jump on Thunderbird, apparently.
Yeah, looks like he is, and it's not making the fight safer for him so far.
I don't think Jump is ever about making his fight safer. I think it's just about making it faster. I guess it could make it easier to jump over some fireballs, but I rarely see people using it that way.
And Darklink is indeed in the very next room, which is not surprising.
It seems like the 2 most common places scenarios for this pass are either Thunderbird in the very first room and Darklink after a long trial, or Thunderbird right before Darklink at the end.
Raikou taking the win here with a time of 1:42:43.
Must have forgot to stop his timer. Seems unusual to have your timer be longer than SRL time. Oh. Raikou says we can move him. I don't know if we have that power. Maybe you do.
I think I do. Welcome, Raikou.
That was a really freaky GP.
Yeah, it really was. We saw that you were trying to map it, I imagine that turned out being extremely difficult to do.
Yeah, like that loop. I think I went through the same loop 2 or 3 times because like there was not only a loop in there, but there was another room inside there that looped to itself, and it took me a long time to figure that out.
Yeah, that was pretty rough. You did take the same drop twice in a row there at the beginning, and yeah, that was that was a really truly beginning of the GP. But
Yeah, the rest of it wasn't bad afterward, but I thought the seed in general was just crazy.
yeah, it was pretty crazy actually. Just the beginning, the raft being in 6 is gonna make the beginning of the game pretty hard.
Not just the raft being in 6, but the fact that you had to kill 2 Rebos at like attack 4.
Right.
Like you just have to know the quick kill or they'll just wreck you.
Yeah, that's true. It's not easy to do. And just going into 6 when you don't have either fairy or glove can be like really stressful.
I wasn't worried so much about having fairy when I found the any key. I was just thinking that digging 6 at the time was better than digging Death Mountain, and I'm guessing the reason why I finished first is because Shiner probably dug DM.
I don't
He
remember.
did eventually. He found the cross in the Hammer Cave. Shiner made a lot of interesting decisions at different points, and he also did a lot of grinding, and he just quit. So.
Oh, yikes. Ouch, I'm sorry. But for someone who doesn't have very much experience with the randomizer, this was just an extremely trolly seed in general. Even after I found Raft in 6 and found East and went East, the trolling still didn't stop. Like, that you had to take a transport cave to be able to get to all the towns ever on the east side was nuts.
Yeah, that is actually one of the things that held Shiner back a little bit. He didn't check for connection caves for a very, very long time.
I didn't check for connection caves for a long time either, because I'm one of those people that I really want to take transport caves in Eastern as kind of a last resort, especially since boots were pretty easy to come by.
Yeah, that actually makes sense. But it turns out you had eventually to take one of those connection caves.
I mean, I think every connector on the East Continent took you there. It was just...
Oh yeah, you're right. There might have been more than one.
Because when I found the connector, I saw that there were a ton of caves that led you there. It's just that the one by the River Devil was probably the easiest one to get to.
Actually, I think the one by the River Devil is the only cave that was available. I believe all the other caves just looped back to themselves. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
What a rude video game.
By the way,
nice.
Thank you. I actually think that's a PB for me. I think that 142 is the fastest I've finished any seed, but that's one of those seeds where if you take a wrong turn, things could get really bad. Like, I found the hammer in... let me check my thing. I found the hammer in 4, so I was thinking that maybe Shiner found the hammer in 4 and quicker than I was able to get into go mode, and that got him in trouble.
the hammer was the last thing I found. I saw you just finished, and like I wasn't even done Palace 4. I made some questionable decisions of where to search things. Like I did Death Mountain, and I looked for the item in 5, and then I was just kind of like, where's the rest of the East Continent? And then I finally remembered there was a tunnel I didn't take, and I had to go there to get to like the intersection of it, basically.
Yikes! And I think Glove was over there too.
I didn't find the glove.
The glove was it was in the second second P bag cave in East. Basically what I did was as soon as I found all of the towns, and I found the trophy in New Kasuto because I had the medicine. I was just going to check all of the caves in that area to check for P-Bag Cave in case it had the glove. And you had to take the transport cave to where all the towns were in order to get to the glove, which was in the second P-Bag Cave.
Oh, I was just thinking it was going to be in the bouldered cave back on West.
I was
So it'd be
gonna,
like,
if I didn't find the glove, I was gonna go check that next because I was really running out of spots for that to be because because I checked, I want to say every single item that I could get to easily because I'd never found the item in 2, I never found the item in 3, I didn't find the item in 5. So I checked for the one P-Bag Cave in the East for glove, found that, and got super excited. The thing that I was scared of is the kid being required because I never found him.
yeah, I never found the kid. The item in 2 is glove blocked. I looked in Palace 3 and it was glove blocked to even go anywhere. So I had to leave and go look for the glove. Then I found the hammer in Palace 4. What does the other P-Bag Cave in East look like on the first screen?
It's the one where you start elevated, I believe.
Oh, it's like one of those with like the 3 fight clubs, the 3 pits.
Yes. Yeah, that cave in my last race, that cave potentially could have gotten me in trouble because I didn't recognize that cave on the last round either.
Yeah.
But the last race I had, if any of you remember in here, was just the perfect storm where the glove was in the West. The raft was in 4 and the glove was in 5, and I found the raft first, and they were both West, so I was just led completely in the wrong direction. And I'm beginning to think that the opposite happened to you because you said you found the hammer in 4.
Yeah, that was the last thing I found. I was like frantically searching for the glove.
And finding the hammer, I was thinking when I found the hammer in 4 after I was in go mode that might lead you in the wrong direction, and it sounds like it did.
It was actually well over by then.
Yeah, I was like way too behind by then anyway because I like squandered so much time just wandering around and like looking for things in unnecessary places. I just still don't have enough experience at Zelda 2 Randomizer for like thinking of better search patterns when I need things.
Oh, I think I'm good at the logic in the Zelda 2 Randomizer. I just suck at combat.
I have literally the exact opposite problem.
Yeah.
Like, I was really, really scared to do attack 4 Barba.
No, Barba's not that scary. I died to Barba because I tried to yak hammer. And today I learned that I'm way better at fighting Barba without jump. If you have high attack, then like going for a yak hammer can be good, but otherwise I have like a pretty good like system for fighting Barba just without jump, going in there and getting in hits.
But overall, just in general, I felt I played really, really well.
I'll have to watch how you played it just to see what the commentators say. Sorry.
Unfortunately, I probably won't have time to watch the race back tonight because I do have work tomorrow. and I won't even be able to watch it tomorrow because I've got a triple header in the Super Metroid tournament.
Oh, you're in that too. Good stuff.
Yeah, I only joined it because I wanted to learn the randomizer a little better. I have no intentions of even winning a single game because I am not very good at that game.
Janice talking into it?
Yeah, Janice roped me into it.
Yeah, there were 2 things that really made a big difference in this one. One was searching unnecessary places for Shiner and places that were very time consuming. And another one was just Shiner killing a lot of things.
Yeah, I did that again. I'm always guilty of that.
Right.
That actually came up in Palace 2 when I ate that gem. The reason why I didn't go back to grind that is because I just was feeling time pressure at the time.
Yeah.
Because I know Shiner's combat is really good. So I knew I would need to get lucky to be able to be ahead, and to be able to put myself in a position where I would be ahead. I knew I would have to go into GP with a less than comfortable leveling scheme.
Yeah, what levels did you finish with? I had 6, 7, 8 by the time I forfeited.
7, 5, 7.
Holy. Well, there you go. I'm over leveling as usual.
I'm actually used to finishing like 8x8. So 757. It was either do 757 or do 844, and 844 GP is just rough.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go in there with not Life 8. I honestly think like Life 8 is more important than Attack 8 in Great Palace.
I agree. But I didn't really have that option because again, I had to. I think I ate a gem. I think I ate another gem at some point as well.
I get the feeling that Life 8 feels like double defense compared to Life 7. It's like a really like humongous difference for some reason.
Not particularly. I think Life 7 versus Life 8 lets you take maybe 1 or 2 extra hits versus Thunderbird. I think it lets you take 1 extra hit versus Thunderbird.
I'm not even concerned about Thunderbird. I'm concerned about everything else in Great Palace.
Do you know how to fight Bird Knights? If you need to?
Upstab.
Yeah,
basically.
Upstab is the only reliable way to deal damage to them. I killed a couple of them in GP, but you would have gotten really lost in the GP. It was probably the most confusing GP I've ever seen.
And this is with short Great Palace flags too.
Yeah, it was not shortened very much though. I went through a lot of rooms.
I see.
Like there had to have been like less than 20 rooms removed.
Commentators, any more thoughts before I take off?
It was a very entertaining race by both of you. You both played well in some ways, and
I feel like I got walloped, but I
Yeah.
don't know. I still enjoyed it.
Yeah. I mean, if you're figuring some things out, I think you're both figuring some things out. Shiner, maybe don't kill some things so much. Maybe do some more exploring before you dig into time-consuming places more. And Raikou, maybe you've learned that you can actually handle Great Palace at lower levels, and that's what it takes to win some of the races later, because you don't always have time to grind up those levels and get them where you need to get them. So, Raikou moves on at 2-1 with a chance next week to get a pass straight into the single elimination bracket.
Would be nice, but there are a lot of scary names up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should see how many names are in this. If you go 3-1, you get better seeding for the bracket rounds, right?
Like Coper, are you 2-0 or are you?
I'm 1-2 now.
Oh, you're 1-2.
Yeah.
I guess we won't get to rematch then.
Oh, right. Yeah, from last year, right. Nope, that's not going to happen, at least not until the bracket, if it does happen at all. Or if you lose your next race and I win, then we could face off in the tiebreaker race. Yep. And Shiner's going to have to win just to get into that race off. So
I really want to get in there. I think I'm going to start practicing more of Zelda 2 randomizer stuff now.
Yeah, you can definitely do well. Your couple races before this one, I think, were both a little better than this one. So you got the potential once you figure out the logic and get used to it a little more.
Yeah, I've mentioned before that I feel like I've gotten lucky. I've watched some other races in the tournament, and I go, wow, those other seeds are so brutal. I sure hope I don't get one like that. Then I do get one where I don't, just get wrapped for free, or I don't get gloved for free, and then everything goes awry. Because then I can't just focus on being efficient. I actually have to go, oh no, where are things? And then I feel like I have to go way out of my way to backtrack somewhere else.
Yeah, I don't blame you though. This seed was awful.
Okay.
I agree with that assessment.
Well, Max, you got anything to add there?
Not really. Congratulations to both runners. Raikou, you now have a spot in the upcoming race, and Shiner's tournament is not over. You still have a chance to qualify for that as well. So good luck to both of you in the rest of the tournament.
Well, thank you.
But otherwise, I think that's going to do it for us here for now. There's no more races in the Zelda 2 randomizer tournament tonight. There will be at least 3 tomorrow at 12, 2, and 4 Eastern time. including some big names there racing. So I'm personally excited for Eunice and Clayne in particular.
Oh, that'll be great. I'll have to catch the VOD of it because unfortunately I work for all 3 of those races.
But yeah, at least one of those is going to be at Angry there. It looks like noon at twitch.tv/RaikouPlayer, and then at Angry Larry, and then at Adaginos for those 3 races. 3 different places, but check your local Twitch listings. So I think that does it for us for tonight, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Thanks for watching, everyone out there on the restream. I'll be sure to put on a good show in my 4th round as well.
Good stuff. Looking forward to it.